Hello, this is a test. I am trying my best to figure out how to do this. I am going to try to do what I've been doing and just showing what I have and what I've collected from my creek. This is my very first time. I may have to repeat that over and over. I see there's nobody even in here, but I'm glad. Hello, Marie. I'm trying to learn how to do live. I guess I got it set up right. I'm gonna try to find it and look myself. Hello. Okay. This is my first time. Thank y'all for coming. It's amazing. Okay, it was easier than I thought, but I don't see it moving. Okay. It's slow. Okay, I see. I was looking at my TV. I'm just going to be showing my rocks. This is the first time I've done this, so if I don't respond, I'm very sorry. That is Jasper. I'm doing really good. Hey, Tiger Eye. Really glad to see you. I wished I knew how to make a moderator where I could let you do that for me because I do not have one and I do not know what's going to happen here. I'm going to try that real quick if you're able to stay for me. Uh, Let me see here. I'm going to have to take this down. Um, Tiger Eye, I hope you don't mind that. And I know it's asking a lot just on this spur of the moment like this to ask you to help me out. What I'm Can y'all hear me now? I just figured that out. When you said it, I seen that mute. Can you hear me now, Tiger? Cool. All right. Good deal. Thank you so much. That's weird. I seen that the second you wrote it, my finger was hitting it. And you know I was just a blabbing. Because you can't live without talking. I can't. Ain't that beautiful? If you could touch it and feel how smooth that was. And these all came from my creek where I hunt. I don't feel like I should have any trouble today, but I've seen other people do live videos, and I didn't have time to get a moderator because I didn't really know that I was going to do this. You can see how agatized that is. See the fortification lines in it. I'm not used to paying attention to the chat, so y'all please excuse me if I don't respond correctly. See the bots and things down in that here. Let me give it a minute. It seems to blur very easily. I think I need to have my camera further away, but I'm not going to be able to do that today. Hey, Liz. This is amazing. I actually like this. This is like me being at the creek because, you know, I don't edit or anything. So it's really cool to see the people that I talk to. These are these bigger rocks that I have just fallen in love with. It's like some of it has fortification lines in it. I did that video last night where I lit them up. See, I wouldn't collect this now. Well, I might because it's a nice size piece. And it just lights up so well. And it's got all those markings on it that you look for to I don't want to get too close, so I'm just going to try to stay down. Turn off this light again. These are just big, beautiful stones. That one weighs about, I don't know, that probably weighs 3 or 4 pounds. It's huge. It's bigger than my hand. And I know it would cut beautifully. Hello, Tomcat Josh. I'm glad you jumped in here, man. I really am. I told my mother to stay out of the room. She don't. And what happened? She came right in here. Let me move on. I'm going to take these, most of these back to my creek. And I wanted to get good pictures of them before I got rid of them. And some of them I will keep. I bought some equipment. I'm going to be working them. And these here make beautiful, beautiful pieces. See how well that lights up? And there's no fractures. Let me see if I can get that to focus in. There it goes. It's a little different doing this than just a regular video, because the way that camera can just make decisions on its own. But I've got to learn, and I've got to be able, because I want to start working my opal soon. And without knowing how to do this, it's going to be me just making these videos and waiting 5 or 6 hours for it to download. It took me like 7 hours to download a video. I'm not sure what's going on with YouTube, or if they're just loading different things. This is a beautiful one I found. I can see now that I'm going to have a problem moving quickly. You're going to have to move slower. It's just, I've got to work this out. I think I'm going to, yeah, that's why I'm trying to figure out how all this goes. Because I couldn't imagine moving quick. I think maybe I'm having a problem because I'm too close. Like if I was further up, I'm going to have to get me a new something to hold my camera. Because I've actually worked some of this, and it makes beautiful cabs. Just absolutely beautiful. And I've actually worked these clear stones that I have, and they make beautiful, just beautiful stuff. Like this right here. These are not healed fractures. It's like somehow in the formation of it all. Okay. Let me see. I'm watching myself on television, and it takes a few seconds. Okay. Is that good, Les? Further away from yourself. Huh. I don't understand that. Okay. So I need to stay high like this. All right. Because usually when I'm filming, I film down here. And I'm watching myself on television, but it takes a few minutes for that to come in. Thank you. Anything like that, I appreciate y'all, because this is like, I have never done anything like this in my life. And it's quite horrifying, really. But I adapt quickly. You see how beautiful the lines are in that? This is just really some beautiful stuff. And when you get that skin off, you can see every single bit of that. And it's not cracks. It is water lines. Now there is some fractures right there on this out, but they're old. And you can see where they'll come off with the skin. Because this artesian well, it puts this white skin on it. And I've been told that could possibly be just like a common opal that's building around it. I'm just going to grab stuff without really looking at it. I got me a bucket full of stuff that I'm going to be doing today. And I usually don't bring anything really terrible home. But this stuff has not been cleaned. I've just brought it home to do a show for my mother. And then I take pictures and stuff. You can see the fortification lines running through here. And now that I'm doing this, I realize maybe I should have cleaned it. But if you could see under this skin here, you would know. I believe this one, no, this is not going to do it. No, it does it. See, you can see that corner there. It has agate in it, but you can see that light through there a little bit. Everything's not going to shine up. It's like I said, these are from when I was first collecting. And you know how it is when you first start doing this, everything comes home. And I'm actually looking for the reasons that I actually took it, and that would be it. I mean, I got a bucket full of little bitty dime-sized rocks from my first ever hunt. It's something how this takes a minute to focus in. This, I have no clue. It looks like it's some kind of fossil. It's just maybe a fossilized coral. I'm not sure though. I'm new. I've been doing this for less than a year. This is the iron that I was talking about yesterday. That it's a geode. And I know a lot of people already have this. I've seen it online. But that is iron, what you would make cast iron out of. And there's its little eyes. Wow. That blur really knocks you out real quick. I'll have to figure out how to make that not so quick to blur up. Now, I've heard people talk about iron out and stuff, and I'm sure that would do these rocks a bunch of good. I'm trying to move slower where this camera won't run out on me. This is my little desk where I work. I have to sit and listen in case I'm needed in the house. I've been told this is petrified wood. Sometimes I think I might get it a little confused with other things, just from that texture in it and the agate that comes in it. All right, Josh, you have a good one, man. I'm glad I seen that. I sure do appreciate it. Whoops. I see some stuff here I don't even know why I got. This will be beautiful. I've worked this before. It is absolutely beautiful because all that structure you see there goes through the stone. And of course it lights up really well. I've had to turn my light back on. I'm just glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm doing this. I don't know why I was so nervous. I'm not really a nervous person, but for some reason it's strange when you put yourself out there like this. I really appreciate y'all coming. This is amazing. I just I knew I was going to do it, but I just didn't want to say anything in case I backed out. I wouldn't have to worry about it. I love these. This is what I'm going to start carving, and just different things, because it is just amazing. And I couldn't imagine the things that I'm going to be able to make out of this. It just, and see, without it, before this is wet, it looks like white chalk because of that because of that artesian well. And when you get down there into that creek, you can watch my videos. You just see how all the rocks are white, but they're not actually white. They are just covered like this. See, that's a piece of petrified wood. It's just extremely old, and you can see the agate in it. I don't know if they'd call that chalcedony in it or agatized or how they. I'm going to learn that as I go. But I'd shown some pieces to where when you cut this, you really know what you got because you can see the true form in it. Yep, pet wood. Oh, it's cute. I'm so glad you showed up, Tiger Eye. You just don't even know. Because I was like, man, I'm going to have me some crazies in here and I'm not know what to do. Whoop, keep hitting everything. That's one of them red pieces. And I've showed some pieces that I worked from this. See that structure in there? That's what really makes me love it, is when you cut it or just polish that top off of it, it comes so clean like glass. It even pops like glass. I don't know if everybody's worked opal before, but when you're working it, you can just be sitting there and have it on the wheels. Look at the fortification. I mean, the water lines in that. All the different angles. And it's clear enough to, you can see through it. And just a little cut. And it would just go. That's going to go white. See there how beautiful that is? Man, I love that stuff. That is just amazing. It's strange how that's jumping out of focus on me. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on each one. Grab a handful of them. Put them up here. Oh, there went one. If you could feel the weight in this, it's just, that amazes me too, how much they weigh. See how beautiful that is? And you can tell this one's got a lot of color in it. It always shines through. Look, there's some agate right there growing in it. And it just don't come over in the on camera like it looks like. I'm gonna have to stop saying that because that's just a fact. I guess that I'm answering some questions in my own head because I order things and I get it and I'm like, well, that's not the same color. Well, now I understand. It's because it's just you're not able. That's another crystal. I don't know how these started out, how they formed. Or what they look like when they first formed. But I just know they all have different characteristics, which I call white, yellow, red, and orange. I appreciate y'all coming so much. For some reason, I don't feel alone. This is something that I found down there. Because this seems like I might have lost it for a second. but this is heavy, and I've got several pieces of it. I went ahead and got me a bunch of it. I had to dig. I dug this out of clay. I noticed a small piece. Let me see. And it just really has a good sparkle to it. Here's another one. This really makes me feel better now about, because I just bought a new wheel, and I hadn't quite decided how I'm going to do that live, because I do realize now that I'm going to have to get something else to hold this camera. But yeah, these were new. I found this, and I'd never found this before. It has a gold sheen to it, and I think this might be what is called fool's gold. It was growing in the clay. You can see the colors running through that. But it don't take on anything until it gets wet. That would be another piece of jasper. It's really heavy. I love that yellow line running through it. It's always so nice to, when the jasper acts like a hungry stone. That's why when I first found it, I couldn't believe that it took a polish like it did. It's some beautiful stuff. And like I said, I got all of this from the same place. So it all came, and it's all within one little area. I don't know if you can see this or not on here, but when you look down into that, you can actually see down into the stone, the structures that are happening inside of it. And of course, it lights up great. This blurry is just unbelievable. It really throws you out of focus quick. Guess I better quit trying to play with the light. I'll get better at this. Well, you get the idea. It's beautiful. And I always like to do something at the end and take me a bunch of pictures. Y'all, I know my little videos are a little off the chain, but so am I. I'm really enjoying myself. I have fun doing it. And I'm not going to stop. That's got some rust on it there. But you can really see inside this. It'd be a nice stone. I'm going to take it back. I've got to make room for this year. And I've got so much stuff that I've got to get rid of it. That's going to be a pretty one. See, I got that light all the way over here, and it's coming out way down there at the bottom. There's some color in there. especially that big dark spot there. And we're just getting started because I'm going to go until I run out and I can take all this back. There's another piece of that stuff I dug out of clay. I found a clay wall down there, and it's usually I just find that rusted iron. But this is just, you can see the little, they're squares. And it's a heavy little piece of metal for whatever it is. This is not good for somebody that as picky as I am, but I guess you get used to it. I sure do appreciate seeing you. I don't know what's good or what's bad on here. I just got advice from a very good friend, and she told me that I needed to start doing lives. And everything any instruction she's ever given me has always worked. You see the little, I don't really know the names of everything. And I know I say that a lot, but that's what I follow. And when it polishes, this is a piece of petrified wood. When you get down there in that creek, it is everywhere. And I had no idea. And a lot of the old petrified wood wears away and just leaves these nice chunks with the chalcedony. But if you could see that like I can see it, it's all just fortification lines. It's all got quite a bit of structure inside of it. I believe once I get me a new device to hold my camera, I'll be far enough away from it to where some of these mistakes I'm making will not happen. Huh. Seems like I already done this one. Maybe I did. Because I remember that dot right there. It's strange how that you can see where it rubbed away there. See, it's got that skin on it. It's completely coated, and you just see spots where it's rubbed away. And then you know you've got something. It glows in, but it's just not as enough blocking it to not let us see it. That's another one. It's more of a harder rock. I always try to figure out why I kept it, because I hadn't seen these since I first started collecting. But see, you can see all that. That's all chalcedony that's come together in a piece of wood, and then the wood deteriorated and left it. That should shine. Oh, don't. Just like catching a fish when there you go. You can see how pretty that stuff is. But see, I wouldn't even pick this up now. I can always see with the stuff that when I first started collecting. Somebody could possibly like that. I know now from working on the wheels that you can't do anything with something like that except wish it was something else. And see, you can see that. I've always liked that too, how that black runs up through that stone. And that's the small tip where it's been exposed. But you can see it in there with the water lines running through it. And you can see the water lines here. It's again, that skin is on top. And once you polish it off, which is quite easy, it just really turns into something. You see how nice that is? You can really see that, those lines in there now. And I've seen some of this cut with that running through it like that. It makes some beautiful stuff. And you can see the lines there. It's something that black don't show there, but it'll show up there. I've got some beautiful pieces like this. I'm just not picking and choosing, so I'm just grabbing at it to get it done and get it out. I don't know if you can see those ripples. And it's got that black in it again, these little spots here. And it's got a texture that's hard to see. It's like a skin, but not the normal skin of the stone. And see, it really don't have a glow. It glows a little. Well, you can see it there. But it just comes out red. I hope this ain't just a big old blurry mess and everybody's being nice about it. Now that is going to be a beautiful stone when it's polished, because you can see the structures built up inside there. If I could, I just don't have time. When I come home from looking, I have so much to do that I don't have time to scrub these. And if I sit them in a bucket of water, they'd be sitting there until the water dried out. But you can see how beautiful that is. I said I was going to get the ones that I polished up for my mother today. Hey, English girl and her boyfriend. I'm so excited to see you. This is my first time trying this out. I got to get ready for my opals. And I figured I'd just start by showing my stuff I found at the creek. That's Pac-Man. You can see the lines that are inside of this. I guess if it'll focus in on me, that is just as soft as you could imagine. I don't know how that's going to react to light. Not well. I didn't think so. It's a nice heavy rock. And it has got some beautiful structures inside of it. And some good color. Sorry, I keep on hitting everything, man. I am a clumsy person already. Don't know if that's going to go through or not. Nope, that's a solid. That is a piece of petrified wood with that calcite running through it. It's not very nice, so I'm just going to move forward. So these are going back. You can see the different layers. I think maybe if I move my hand, nope, it helps when I block the light. So you can see that right there. That's beautiful. See all that? I wonder how close it'll focus. Oh, wow. Check that out. I didn't realize I could do that. Can you see how you can see down into that? See if I can get that to do that again. There it is. See, I just learned that. That's a new trick. Whoop. It just loses focus. Maybe I could get this thing not to. And that's flat. Whoop. And that's crystal in the top of that right there. Look at there. See how red that pops? That whole thing. See, this is that wood. It's hard to believe because I just couldn't believe it. It's just ancient. It's from that meteor strike. Because, I mean, we've got stone here that's brought up from a mile under the earth. And so you know it had to cover just unbelievable amounts of lumber. And from what I've read about it, it was so explosive that it threw stuff all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. And that's about 170 miles. Come on. Right there. Come in. See those dots? I showed some of this yesterday. I wonder how that's going to be best shown. It's something how it can come in on one thing, not another. And this whole stone here, it's just a bunch of those dots. The entire thing. All right. Well, I'm not going to say I'm doing a horrible job because it's going a lot better than what I thought it would. That is a crystal. I guess it would be quartz. Not sure. I'm getting focus problems now. Let me see if I can help myself out here. There we go. That looks a little bit better. These are the ones that just shine so bright it's like a light. You can't even you can't see it once it hits the light, and it'll take on any color you put at it. This one's got depth. You can really see that black, but you can really see down into that stone. It's like a clear piece of agate with a lot going on the inside. You can see the lines and stuff in here. And of course this lights up. I've really got to learn how to get this thing to focus and stay focused. Wow, I didn't realize how much it took for that to be possible. Because I've seen people move and I've never seen their camera go in and out of focus like this before. So I guess that's going to have to be something that I work on. This is a beautiful piece. I think I see what's happening. Wonder if that would do better. There we go. It keeps on focusing in on my hands. And see, this would actually clean and be a lot different because it's just got that rust that comes out of that creek stained. You just wouldn't believe how excited I was when I first started finding this stuff. I did not even know it existed in Alabama. You can see the fortification lines in that. And it's something how you can see where it broke and shifted because it was coming straight through and somehow that piece shifted over at one point. And all of this clear stuff lights up. It goes all through the stone. I'm not even going to try that anymore with this, the way this is losing focus. That would be beautiful, polished. I think I'm going to try this back. Ah, that is that water. Okay. So no to that. Hmm. I believe this is a piece of wood, petrified wood. All right. You know what? I think I'm gonna, just like the rest of it, this goes a lot faster than you believe that you got going. This is just like full of little agates. I'm not sure what you would call that, and I don't see it a lot, but it is just a little rock that's just full of them. And I think it's going to hold a beautiful polish. There it is. Here's a pretty one. Look at that. I'm going to polish them up, and different people do different things. I like to find the nicer gemstones, and then I usually find somebody that makes jewelry or something like that, and then we communicate. I have an email address hooked to my channel, and we'll communicate back and forth with each other. And a lot of designers and different people like that will get things from me, and we just keep that between us. That is beautiful. But yeah, any kind of questions like that, just feel absolutely free to email me. It's Alabama 334. I mean AlabamaUSA 334 at Gmail. I'm just learning how to do this. I think what it is I've got to figure out a flat surface, because I've watched people show rocks for years now, and I've never seen it going in and out of focus like this before, ever. And it's like if I move it, it just, I guess I need to take it off of autofocus or something. I'm not absolutely sure what is going on, why that joker would just do that so much. I guess that's why we have our professionals to learn from. See how beautiful that is? When I first got down to that creek, I found one little speck that was a little bit of nothing. And I knew when I found that I had something, because I knew it's like, man, if you could find that little one, you can find the huge ones. And it's stuff like that that's going to make something beautiful right here. Because when you cut it, you know as well as I do, well, people that shine that light, usually it'll go through and you lose all the color. But you can see that that's going to be a nice little stone right there. Somebody that knew what they were doing will be able to do something really good with it. And that's not going to be me. This is that wood again. Look at that. I hope I can get that up close. All right, it came in. That's a bigger version of those little dots I was talking about that form in here. I don't know what that is or why it would do that. I hadn't got that advanced because I just found out that it was. See, if that other hand comes in there, I lose it. Oh, wow, you can see a couple of them right there that came through. I guess I need a flat surface and somehow keep this in focus. I guess it's in focus. I can see it through my camera, but I don't know how that is sometimes. And I look down every now and then. I'm sorry, y'all, that I'm not paying a lot of attention to my chat, but I don't multitask very well. So for me just to sit here and try to keep this focus going on, there you go. See if I can do this by one hand. Look at that big, nice piece. I don't know or not whether, see, you can tell that's like host rock or actually dirt. I have not cleaned these things. But I am having a good time finding them. And I'm in better shape than I've been in for many, many, many years. But I had to learn the hard way. I have limitations. And I will not be going back that far into the woods anymore. Look at that, how formed. See those lines? Wow, they are just like perfect lines. And those are like, you can't even feel them. That's unbelievable. I never noticed that. You can see the agate running through that. But look at that bright. It's like, that's amazing. I've never seen anything that straight before. Wonder how close we can get to that. Not that close. There it is. Oh, okay. I see now. It does go through. But it just looks different on this side than when you see that flat surface there with them. I guess that could have been a shift. I've just never seen lines that straight in a rock. Ever. It looks like somebody drew it on there with a pencil and a ruler. Absolutely straight. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna end that out. I've been going an hour, so that was really quick. My first live. I truly appreciate everybody. Tiger, man. I just truly appreciate you. I mean, now you really got me going because it's like, man, you saved me because I was so worried about having a moderator in here and not being able to, get it if somebody started acting up on me. I was just going to let it fly. Man, I don't know what I was going to do. I'm going to try to get better at this. I actually have me a plan and have some stuff set up because I've got some beautiful stuff. I'm just trying to get rid of all this stuff that I've collected because I am not going to be the one. You just can't do it. I've seen the piles of rocks that people have, and you can't do that here. It would not be a good thing to do because of the way the weeds and all that grow, and I don't like chemicals. So I'm not going to be spraying a pile of rocks to keep the weeds out of it. And if you don't, you're going to have snakes. We got snakes here. I know people hear me talk about it, but we really got them. And when you grow up with something like that, it don't bother you at all. But you don't make a nest for them because you're going to have them. And you don't kill your snakes because if you kill your snakes, then your house is going to get invaded by rats and mice. So you kind of leave nature alone and let it do what it do. I appreciate everybody a whole lot. Like, I mean a lot. This has been great for me. It's a new learning curve. I'm going to try to set it up better next time and have it more organized. That way, it will be what it is. But I don't even know how to end it. I guess I just hit the X and turn it off. But I appreciate it so much. Everybody, y'all just are very dear to me, more than you know. I know I rattle a lot on my videos. I hope you can make it through them. I know I chat a lot. I'm real chatty. But I always know that it's always coming from a good place in my heart. And I really do appreciate the things that y'all say and do for me. I mean, sometimes I can be in a really bad place in my head because I have been on for 5 years now, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day without a day off. So you see me out in that creek, I am just away from my house, maybe 5 miles, and I'll walk back through there and do what I do. And I have to rush back and still do what I do. And when I got hurt, I just about killed myself. And I just had to sit and recover, and it's hard to recover. The tendons, when you rip tendons, that is the worst recovery you'll ever go through. And I really messed myself up. But I'm going to end this. I sure do appreciate it. Tiger, I thank you so much. I appreciate that. You even taught me how to make somebody a moderator. I had no idea how to do that. This is all like brand new stuff for me. I appreciate y'all so much. This is so great that I'm not going to have to sit here and stare at my phone for 7 hours to download an hour video. Woo, that just gets on my nerves so bad. And I know it's just me. I can't help but look at my phone every 5 minutes. It's like speed limit signs. I have to look down. I can't watch. Not speed limit, miles. Anyway, I appreciate all y'all so much. I truly do. Y'all have a wonderful day and be blessed. It's always better. Thank you.